Hi guys, another day of review here. We're looking at changing customary units, and we're on page 232 at the last few pages of our packet. Okay, so let's look at your chart for one moment again. Let's review. We're looking at length for unit of measurement, capacity, and then your weight, right? Length is for how long something is. Capacity is the amount a container can hold. Weight is how heavy an object is. Okay, so now let's look at our first problem. Okay, 1 yard is greater than, less than, or equal to 4 feet. So let's rewrite that. I'm going to rewrite that on my board right quick. Problem number 1. 1 yard is greater than or less than or equal to 4 feet. All right. Now, we're going from a larger unit to a small unit, so of course we're doing horse to fly what? Multiply. So I'm going to put an H here, an F here, and horse to fly. Multiplication sign goes in the middle. Okay, now we're going from yards to feet. So that means I need to multiply 1 times some number. So go back up to my chart and I look and I'm comparing yards to feet, right? 1 yard equals 3 feet, right? So I'm going to multiply by 3. And 1 times 3 is, of course, 3, right? Pretty simple. So 1 yard equals 3 feet. I'm going to go ahead and put feet here so you know what I'm doing here. All right, now we're comparing 3 feet to 4 feet. Of course, we're looking at our numbers to do our dot method. So 3, of course, is less than 4, so 3 would get 1 dot. 4 would get 2 dots, and we simply connect the dots, right? So now we know that 1 yard is less than 4 feet. So my sign should be less than. So go back up to my paper, and of course, I'm going to put a less than sign there. Okay, number 2. Problem number 2. Which is 40 inches is greater than, less than, or equal to 1 yard. So I'm going to rewrite that here. 40 inches is greater than, less than, or equal to 1 yard. Again, it's easier to go from a larger unit to a smaller unit. You just simply need to multiply. Okay, so we're going from yards to inches. I have 1 yard. And we're looking at inches. Most of you already know this answer. I don't have to multiply 1 times a number. Yards to inches. Let's look at the top of our chart here. And we're comparing yards to inches. 1 yard is equal to how many inches, guys? 36 inches. Yes, very good. So only thing I need to do to this problem is to simply write, 36 inches underneath my yards, and I need to compare. 40 is greater than 36, right? So 40 would get 2 dots. 36 would get 1 dot, and I simply connect the dots. So 40 is greater than 40 inches, is greater than 1 yard. So my answer would be simply greater than. Okay. Problem number 3. Okay. Problem number 3. Problem number 3. We're looking at 6 pints and, right? And we're comparing it to 6 pints is greater than, less than, or equal to 3 quarts. Okay? 6 pints is greater than, less than, equal to 3 quarts. So what am I looking at here? We're looking at pints and we're looking at quarts. Now, when we're just comparing, remember I've always said to look at the larger unit, okay? Unit would be, the largest one is, of course, would be your quarts. Quarts is larger than pints. So let's look at quarts to pints. So we know we're going to have to multiply 3 times some number. It's going to help us get how many pints we need. Okay? 3 times some number. Okay? 3 times some number. Let's look at the top, pints and quarts. Now we're comparing pints to quarts. 1 quart equals what? 2 pints. Okay, that's on my chart, so I'm simply just going to multiply times what? 2, right? I also could have used the big G or King Gallon to help me solve this, right? All right, let's continue. Now, 3 times 2 would give me what? 6 pints, right? So, 3 quarts is equal to 6 pints. So now I'm comparing. 6 pints equals what? 6 pints. They are equal. So number 3 would be equal. So I just simply go up here to number 3 and I put my equal sign. My next will be number 4. Next problem is number 4. And that would be 3 pounds is greater than, less than, or equal to 50 ounces. 50 ounces. Okay? So, just looking at my problem here. This time we're going from horse to fly, right? We're going to multiply, right? So, pounds is horse, ounces will be my fly, that's a smaller unit, horse to fly, multiply, right? Okay, now, so that means I need to multiply 3 times some number, and it's going to give me how many ounces? We're going to change those pounds to ounces, right? Okay, so let's look at our charts, pounds to ounces. Look under what? We go all the way up and we look under weight. Okay? Looking at weight, we notice here that 1 pound equals what? 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So we need to multiply by 16. So 3 times 16. Ready? And I just need to rewrite that so I can cross multiply. 16 times 3. Right? 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 1 will give me 4. So my answer is 3 times 16 is 48 ounces. So that means 3 pounds is equal to, right underneath it, 48 ounces. And 48 ounces, and comparing it to 50, 48 is less than 50. So 48 would get 1 dot. 50 would get 2 dots. And you simply connect the dots. Okay? So number 4 is going to be less than. All right, next we're moving on to problem number 5, right? Problem number 5, 2 yards is equal to 6 feet. 2 yards is equal to 6 feet. This is number 5. I'm going to rewrite it here. 2 yards is equal to, not equal to, but it might be equal to, less than, or greater than 6 feet. Okay, now we're going from yards to feet, right? So that means horse to fly, what? Multiply, right? Horse to fly, multiply. So think about it. What am I multiplying by? We're looking at yards and feet. So let's go up to the chart and see. We know we got to multiply 2, times some number, and it's going to give me the amount of feet I have. Okay? Let's go to the top, yards to feet. Probably remember by now, 3 feet and 1 what? Yard. So I'm going to multiply by the larger number, which is 3. So come back down to our problem. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So that means 2 yards is equal to 6 feet. And 6 feet equals what? 6 feet. They're equal.